talk, shayat, shayat, shadayap, shayat, day, shaya, shayat, shaptaya, shadayap, shap talk.
What's going on, good people? It is your man D Toll. It is another day's journey, and oh, am I glad about it. Want to welcome everybody to Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show right here on everyone's favorite network. Listen, I want to welcome everyone who's hanging out, whether you are watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, or if you're catching a replay on one of those two outlets, or if you're hanging out with us with one of our radio partners from around the country. We are grateful to have you with us. We are in this season of Thanksgiving, and of course, I've got to take a moment to thank all of our radio partners, in particular the station managers, the program directors who have allowed Shop Talk to be a part of their network and to be able to allow us to be able to be heard in the ears of their trusted listeners. We want to take this moment just to say thank you. Today's going to be an awesome day. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. And before we do anything, you need to realize that my name is Demetrius Toll-Free. How do you know? Because it literally says so right there on the screen. And you know that you can follow me everywhere at D Toll-Free, at DTOLEFREE. That is on Facebook. That is on Twitter, X, if you use it. That is on Instagram and so many other platforms, as well as if you are one of those that are new to digital currency and you want to be able to test with somebody to figure out if you are able to send money. Listen, you can trust me. Hit me up on Venmo at D Toll-Free, as you see on the screen, DTOLEFREE. Or if you are a Cash Apper, and I am as well, $ D Toll-Free, DTOLEFREE. And if you send me $1,000, listen, I won't tell nobody. But if you do need it back, it's all good. Just let me know. I will send it back to you in $100 increments. Today's going to be a great show. So those of you who are hanging out with us, feel free to join us in the chat, as well as while you're doing that, if you're trying to figure out, those of you who might be tuning in for the first time or haven't tuned in a while, and you're trying to figure out, what am I tuned into? Let me help you. Come here. You are tuned in to Shop Talk. You know, it's like that barbershop. Y'all know it. That beauty shop, that coffee shop, that nail shop. Well, although now with the new AirPods and what they can do, that nail shop talk might not be the same. But anyway, as well as that donut shop talk where literally no person and no subject is off limits. I am super duper glad to have you hanging out with us. Feel free to join us in the chat. But listen, I forgot to tell you, after all the things that I've mentioned, you got to do me one favor. I don't ask for a whole lot, but do me one favor. Get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. But you know who you got to tell. You got it. You got to tell your mama them, Ray, Shay, Day, Delicious them, Nut them, Pojo them. Let them all know that we are here and we are live right now on the Shop Talk family of networks, and we are grateful to have you hanging out with us. All right, y'all. First of all, give a quick shout out to my granddaughter from her grandmother's page, Bailey, in the building. What is going? She is hilarious. Anyway, she is in the building. Glad to have her hanging out with us, as well as so many more. I see you starting to come on in, and it's all to the good. Listen, while you're doing that, we are in Thanksgiving season. And as we're in that season, listen, I know things are starting to change and people are starting to get a little colder and a little chill. I should have had my hoodie on. But anyway, I want to take a moment to remind you, those of you who realize and know that the season has changed, want to let you know that you have a great opportunity to get some freedom gear. We've got some great freedom gear that is available, especially as the seasons have changed. I tell you what, I could do a whole lot of talking about it, but why don't I just remind you by sharing this? We'll be right back, y'all, with more, literally, right after this. Hey, everyone, this is Demetrius Toll-Free from your favorite radio show, Shop Talk, where literally no person or subject is off limits, with some great information that you want to hear. As you know, the season is starting to change from summer to fall and winter, and we don't want you to be left out in the cold. With that said, this is a perfect time for you to get your freedom gear. We have hoodies in an array of sizes and colors, both pullover and zip up. And we recently introduced some FDR beanies that will keep your head warm as well. As an added bonus, we have added some other great items in our store, such as AirPod cases, iPhone cases, masks, wireless chargers, hats, water bottles and mugs, and of course, t-shirts. Simply go to freedomradio.com/shop or open up the Freedom Radio app on your Apple or Android device and click the FDR Gear icon. Thank you so much for your continued support, and we know that freedom looks good on you. And we are back. Welcome back to Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show right here on everyone's favorite network. It is all to the good. Early morning shout outs to the homie, Auntie Pooey, as she is called, Adrian Johnson in the building. Adrian, what is going on? And thank you so very much, Bailey, for that information. She want to keep me abreast of what's going on. Thank you, Bailey, for allowing me to play that and you telling me that it looked good. Thank you. Listen, we're going to keep things going with today's show. We've got a lot of stuff to cover, so why don't we jump into it? First thing I want to do is talk about today's National Day. Today's National Day. And today we only have two things in the National Day. Actually, three, forgive me. Three things in the National Day. Today, it is officially Thanksgiving season, and today is National Cake Day. Those of you who like cake, and I am one, I'm kind of funny on my cakes. Obviously, I enjoy a good pound cake if it's nice and buttery. I like a lemon cake if it's nice and lemony. I guess that's a word. And so those are my main cakes. I do like a strawberry shortcake if it's filled with good strawberries and extra whipped cream. So those of you who know about those type of things, today is National Cake Day. Maybe in this season, somebody might want to make one of those and call my name and tell me to come and pick it up. If you do, let me know. I will be on the way or send someone as quickly as I can. Shout out to my guy who we just became Facebook friends again after, I don't know what he did to me. But anyway, my friend, Pastor Mark Anthony Clifton is in the building. What is going on, bro? Glad to have you hanging out with us today. I got a chance to see him in the flesh, as our grandparents would say, in Memphis, Tennessee, pastor of the East Oakland Church of God in Christ, an historic church in Oakland. Glad to have you hanging out with us, sir. Listen, as we keep on with today's National Day, secondly, it is National, now don't y'all get thrown off by this, National Tie One On Day. Tie one on, meaning an apron. Meaning an apron. Don't y'all go too crazy. National Tie One On Day. So those of you who know how to cook and have that anointment to be in the kitchen, make sure you put your apron on today and make things happen. All right, shout out to my homegirl who is also a constituent of my church, and down the street around the corner, a neighbor of mine, Gay Harris, in the building. What is going on, Gay? Glad to have you hanging out. Shout out to Josh Morris in the building that's hanging out with us. What is going on, man? Glad to have you hanging out with us. And of course, these comments are continuously coming in, and y'all continue to do that. I like to have a talk back to me, church. You understand me? I love having those comments coming in. Last thing in terms of today's National Day, we mentioned Cake Day. We mentioned Tie One On, talking about an apron day. And then lastly, as you're preparing to tie one on and bake cakes, all that type of stuff, today is National Jukebox Day. Jukebox Day, where you can turn on some great music. And of course, if you need some great music, you know you can depend on Freedom Radio to make things happen. Shout out to my homie, the evangelist, Jackie Melton in the building, a former co-host of mine on this very show. Jackie, you know you still got a seat. You can pull up anytime that you want, but glad to have her hanging out with us as well. All right, y'all, let's keep things going. So getting away from, what did I do? Did I hit something? Lord have mercy. Y'all done got me nervous. I started talking about Jackie and her having a place to sit, and I done put myself on time out up here. Anyway, as we are doing that, we've got my bro also in the building, Demetrius Edwards. What is going on, man? Glad to have you hanging out with us as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to keep things going and move things rather quickly. And I want to do today in history. Today in history, two things. Two things I just want to mention. Two things today in history. One, in the year 1863, the then president Abraham Lincoln declared the last Thursday of November to be celebrated yearly as Thanksgiving. 1863, the then president Abraham Lincoln declared that the last Thursday of November would be considered Thanksgiving and that it should be celebrated every year. And then last but not least, in the year 1956, if you know your music and know your stuff, 1956, we heard that for the first time as The Price is Right debuted in 1956. So shout out to all of those great things. All right, y'all, we're going to continue to keep things going. I know y'all's like, well, where are the co-hosts? I'm getting to that in just a minute. Let me knock out one more thing before I bring up my next co-host, and that is today's birthdays. Today's birthday, and this is interesting. Today's birthday, the first person I want to mention, you know him when I say,
and another one.
What?
And another one.
Yeah.
And another one.
You know who it is. Today is DJ Khaled. Today is his 50th birthday. So shout out to DJ Khaled from Florida. Glad to be able to mention him on his birthday today. And then two people who have passed on would have celebrated birthday today. Born in 1939, but passed in 2023, the incredible Tina Turner. Tina Turner, today would have been her birthday. And last but not least, born in 1922, but closed his eyes in the year of 2000. Many of you may not know him by name, Charles Schulz, but we all know his work. Boom, 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 boom. And those of you who are familiar with Charlie Brown and the Peanuts Gang, Charles Schulz is the person who created that many, many years ago. He was born in 1922 and again closed his eyes in the year 2000. But I wanted to take that moment to be able to mention all of those. And as we always do, normally Ashton would do this, but she's not here today. She took a personal day. I don't know if it's a paid vacation day, but she took it nonetheless. Those of you who might be having a birthday, celebrating an anniversary, any of those type of things during this week or during this time, I want to take a moment just to say, first of all, nobody can celebrate you like you. So don't wait for friends and family members and the well-wishers to be the ones to wish you happy birthday or to take you out or celebrate you. You take a moment, go out and celebrate yourself. Nobody knows you better than you, so you ought to be able to go out, take yourself shopping. If nobody wants to go, take yourself to dinner, kick your feet up, and take you some tea with your pinky out, and do whatever it is to celebrate you, because nobody can celebrate you better than you. And so on behalf of all of us here at Shop Talk and all of our affiliates, we want to tell you from our hearts to yours, happy birthday. All right, y'all, let's keep things going. And in doing so, want to just mention, hanging out with us also, my friend out in Texas, the Bishop Charles F. Reed Jr. is in the building. What is going on to my guy? Oh, I should have had one of his bracelets on. My guy, Marquise Coates, in the building. I ran into him last year in Memphis. He and I became friends. Ran into him at AIM in Phoenix. Ran into him again this past Memphis just a few weeks ago. Incredible bracelet maker as well as a suit designer. So if you need bracelets or suits, feel free to reach out to my guy, Marquise Coates. He will do you good. And yes, sir, Mark Clifton, yes, sir. I call my favorite, Linus. He is one of those people from the Peanuts Gang. It is all good. And last but not least, I see Andrea Clark, my homie, in the building. What is going on? All right, y'all, let's get ready to get things going and get ready to bring up our next co-host. But you already know, I cannot do it unless I come in, knock in my door. Come in, knock in my door. Take a step that is new. Okay, my fault. Let me calm it down. Anyway, let's start out first of all out in Charlotte, North Carolina. My homegirl is in the building, graphic designer extraordinaire, all around funny person and smart person, thanks to her mother and her father. She's an incredible person, and she is a great joy to have a part of our Shop Talk team. Let's bring her up without further ado, my homegirl and yours, Yolanda Quincella Morant in the building. Yes, I went all the way. Hey, what is
no girl nothing on the day?
How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm alive.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good start.
Mhm.
Being alive is a good start. Yeah,
I'm
it is.
alive.
That's good. You're gonna make today a great day. Wait a minute. Are you wearing your freedom shirt or hoodie? What you got on?
Yeah, I'm wearing it's hard to see. Yes, I'm wearing my green freedom shirt and my own hat for my business. Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on. That's a good pairing of promotion.
Yeah, I try to wear us. I'm sorry. Like when I'm on the road, I either wear Higher Calling, hey, or I wear my pink freedom hoodie on my own, name.
I'm not mad at you. I also today am donning a Freedom Radio t-shirt. This one says "Let Freedom Fill the Room," and that is also available on the Freedom website in terms of the store. You can be able to get that and make things happen as well. All right, shout out again to my guy Marquise, who is in the building. Yes, sir, man. We definitely want. I promote all Black businesses, and again, shout out to Bishop Reed, who said he just got back home. Was at a funeral in Buffalo, New York. I did see some of those pictures, man. I couldn't figure out which twin was who, but I'm glad you made it home safe, man, and that the Lord kept you through the airwaves and the highways and byways. Glad to have you. All right, y'all, let's keep things going. And in doing so, let's get ready to bring up our next co-host, usually here in California, but today he is on location in Atlanta, Georgia. And of course, we need another doorbell. We got another knock at the door. Let's get ready to bring up my guy without further ado, Ja'Cory Propro. Ja'Cory, man, what is going on?
Nothing much. The turkey and the ham. Have you glazed the ham yet?
No, it's not my call. Yeah, that's not my call.
So, what piece of meat you cooking over there?
We are going to have prime rib this year, but it's not my anointment to be able to make it happen. But we are going to have prime rib this year and celebrate in that kind of way.
Oh, how you got about whole shit? Glory.
Yeah. It is all good. Hey, I am glad to have both of y'all hanging out with us. And the first thing I want to talk about today is we're in Thanksgiving season. And Thanksgiving, as Ja'Cory just mentioned, literally around the corner. And the first thing I want to ask you guys today, what are y'all thankful for? It's the season of Thanksgiving. A lot of things going on in the world. What are you thankful for? Yolanda, I will start with you. What are you thankful for?
To be alive. Serious. There's a lot going on. You know the truth? I just thought about something. Okay, so short answer is I'm grateful every day. I'm grateful to be alive and see, walk, talk, breathe, but to be in my right mind. Like when people lose so much around you, when you've lost loved ones and things of that nature, to still be able to like think clear is a very beautiful, huge something to be grateful for.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's a great answer. I mean, good stuff. And while we're thinking about it, and I'll give it to Ja'Cory in just a second, but this year I turned 55. I'm officially a senior citizen by number. But the Lord has kept me. I mean, I still have the activities of my limbs. I can still, I still have a job. I've been working at Apple now for 10 years. So shout out to Apple. I keep looking this way because this is where my work computer is. But shout out to my friends and my family over at Apple that 10 years I've been doing this, coming to work every day, talking to people from literally around the world and be able to get, discounts and checks and and retirement from that. So that is a great thing. You know, I celebrated 25 years with my wife in terms of marriage, man. Listen, I got 3 kids. Nobody's never been to jail, and nobody's been drunk that I know of. You know what I'm saying? I got an incredible granddaughter. But I mean, the hand of the Lord has just been over my life, and I don't take any of it for granted. And so I just want to tell the Lord, thank you just for my life, health, strength, roof over my head. I still got running water. I don't take nothing for granted. The older I get, I'm thankful for the hairs that's still on my head. You know what I'm saying? I can still go get a haircut and still have somewhat of a full head of hair. I don't take nothing for granted. Anyway, Jacory, man, let me throw it out to you, man, for I feel something bubble up in my ear. Anyway, man, what are you thankful for, bro?
You know, I'm actually also thankful for life. I'm thankful for the family that I do have, because I don't know if you know, but a lot of people don't know what it is to lose someone close enough to you to where it makes an impact. A lot of people, you know, I see many people go to funerals, and you do not know what it is to sit in that special section of that loved one, and they sit in front of you and they're actually gone. So I'm thankful to be alive, and I'm also thankful that I'm able to achieve the wants that I have. Not that I achieve all of them, but if I want a Big Mac, I can go get a Big Mac. If I want this, if I want that, I can go get it. There's a lot of people in this season that they have wants that are not attainable.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that, you know, I'm not rich, but I'm rich in joy.
There you go. I love it, man. I love that. And I mean, you know, again, there's so many things that we have that so many people can just take for advantage of, or they're not as grateful or thankful for. I'm telling you, the mere fact that I can get up out the bed with the strength that God gave me, man, that alone, you know, both of my daughters work in the medical field, and they changing diapers and twisting and turning people and wiping noses and all kind of stuff today. That could have easily been me had it not been for the goodness of the Lord. It could have been me. This is that time of season where we realize just how prophetic the Bishop Walter Hawkins was. He and the Bishop Yvette Flunder, where it could have been me, literally outdoors with no food or clothes, or just alone, you know, without a friend, or just another number. Listen, don't y'all get me going here. Listen, I'm telling you, I am thankful for everything that God has done for me during this season. So just wanted to take a moment to do that. So again, those of you hanging out with us, we hope that you are thankful and grateful as well. Listen, I want to keep things going. And at this point, Jacory and Yolanda, I want to take a moment to do a special shout out. Hopefully I'm not trying to be funny. I just want to give a special shout out, however. And today's special shout out will go to 2 people that probably neither one of us really know. 2 shout outs to people that we probably don't really know. First of all, I want to give a special shout out to whoever is the innovative mind behind the DMV kiosk in DMV. I'm thankful for them. I want to take a moment. I had to go pay for my tags on one of my cars yesterday, and the line was out the door with people with no appointments. I was able to just, excuse me, pardon me, walk right past them, walk up to a kiosk where I was next. And within 5 minutes, literally, I was able to be in and out with my new tags, was able to put them on my car, my car's registered, everything was done, and I walked right past them, same people still in line. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Got right in my car, and I was out. So I want to take a moment to whoever is that innovative person that came up with the mindset that, hey, we can save some time in the DMV just by having the kiosk. So you know what? I'm so grateful to them that I got to go a step further, and I have got to be able to, let's see. Yeah, this is the one I want to give you. I just want to give them a great laugh. Ha ha. Because I could have still been in there. The longer that line was, I could have still been in there. Secondly, finally, in terms of a shout out, I want to give a shout out to the person, whoever is the person that was smart enough, Yolanda and Jacory, to knock on the door of the people over at 7 Up and to
Mm-hmm.
tell them that we need to bring back the Shirley Temple. This is the Shirley Temple. This is the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in my eyes. So those of you who grew up drinking Shirley Temples, listen, go to a grocery store near you. You can get your own 7-Up Shirley Temple, and it tastes exactly like the Shirley Temple from when I was a kid. So those of you who enjoyed that, now I'm normally a dark soda drinker, root beer and Dr. Pepper and cherry Pepsi, cherry Coke. But listen, when I went in the store and I seen this Shirley Temple, something moved upon me. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And I brought it home. I opened it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the flavor of God, yes, not just the favor, but the flavor of God was all in this can. And I just want to take a moment.
Well, you gotta go get the Canada Dry cranberry and the Canada Dry blackberry
Oh,
and well, the regular's already good, but
yeah, yeah,
Costco's
yeah.
got these and they will bless you real good too.
Okay. You know what? I see you've been doing some homework too. I'm not mad at you, man. Those are some great things to have in your closet or in your cupboard, wherever it might be as well. All right, y'all. A special shout out to my homie Bailey. If Bailey is still around, my friend Great House is in the building. John Wesley Great House. My granddaughter has a special affection for him, thanks to William McCray. Who always says, great house, great house. Anyway, he is in the building, as well as my homegirl, Karen Weston, out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She is also in the building. And you're right, Bishop. Those kiosks are the glory of God. Yes, they are. Yes, sir. It is all to the good. All right, y'all, let's keep things going. And in doing so, we're going to give Yolanda an opportunity to give a special shout out. Now, those of you who keep up with social media, especially with our social media, will know and realize that we have stepped our game up over the last few weeks. We have taken the time to hire a social media manager, and Gabriel Tyus. Wanted to give a special shout out to him today, who has stepped up to be our social media manager for the last couple of months and until the end of the year. So far, we'll see what happens, but he's doing a great job. He has partnered with Yolanda Morant to do what they can to help push our home network, the Freedom Radio brand, a little bit further. And sounds like Gabriel has something good going on. So Yolanda, I throw it out to you. What's going on with our friend?
Okay, so this is cool. So I'm a social media girl, right? I've been on social media for a long time, and like 20 plus years, and social media has greatly changed. So I'll give you a real quick tips. Instagram, probably by the top of the year, you'll only be able to use 3 hashtags on your post. That's a little freebie. Okay, so there's a company called Keep Pushing Promotions. It is owned by Gabriel Tyus, and he pushes promotions. No, he pushes advertisers. So this is what I believe. People cannot support what they don't know about. And I know you said, but I have 5,000 friends. Well, probably only 200 people saw what you posted. It has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with the algorithm. So you need people and you need companies that understand the process, right? You need people that understand the algorithm and how it works. And Gabriel Tyus, who has become our social media manager, he's doing such a great job. He's helped our numbers. He's helped us increase. He's given us ideas and all these things. So he's doing a Black Friday deal. Now, listen, if you know Gabriel, then you know this is a good deal. So check him out. Here is the graphic. I hope I did this right. Maybe Demetrius has this. I won't mess our live up. So you can go straight on to, you can just follow him. It's really easy. It's no funny spelling. Keep Pushing Promotions, right? And it's a Black Friday deal. And you say, Yolanda, how much does it cost? Well, you have to send an inbox, but you'll talk to him directly. No AI, no system, no agents. You talk to him directly. But I'm telling you, no matter what it is, if it's an event, if it's a book, if it's product, it's music, you need people to help you push what you do further. So shout out to him. Thank you for all the hard work, Gabe. We appreciate you.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. I appreciate everything that Gabe has been doing, especially for us here at Freedom Radio. I do see the fruits of his labor, and we are looking forward to continuing this great relationship. Now, since we're in this mode already, why don't we just take a moment to mention a couple of events that are coming up in the month of December. Again, we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, but on Saturday, December the 6th, holiday concert, Hope in Harmony, sponsored by the Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir. there in Oakland, California. It's going to be Saturday, December 6th. You can scan that QR code that you see at the bottom of the flyer. Tickets are as low as $15, and you can be able to get yours and make that happen. The very next day in Oakland, California, my bro, Reggie Murray, who has been on a few of my Dito live shows, and hopefully we'll get him on next week if possible. But he is doing his Night of Hope concert on Sunday night, December the 7th at 6 p.m. there in Oakland at the Good Samaritan Cathedral, Church of God in Christ, right there on Martin Luther King and West MacArthur. Then a couple of days later, Holiday at the Temple. My bro, Marcus McCauley, and so many people are involved. You can see the plethora of people that are on that flyer. You can definitely get your tickets. Another great QR code that you can scan to make things happen. And then last but not least, so far in terms of this incredible December to remember, I've got one last thing I want to play. And then I'm going to actually do a giveaway. Yes, I am. I'm going to do a giveaway. So why don't we take a look at this? This is the handiwork of Yolanda Morant. Take a look at what's happening on Sunday, December the 14th at 3 p.m. Hayward, California, United States of America. Yes, that is right. That particular Sunday, you will be able to see no, that's the wrong flyer, Demetrius told free. Anyway, you will be able to see this great concert for the choir has unfinished business. That's right. We are having both Joe Douglas and SOP, of course, the Glad Tidings International Math Choir, and our special guest from Baltimore, Maryland, the incredible JJ Hairston will be in the building. Tickets are only $20. However, you know me, I've got a special discount code for those of you who are hanging out. If you want to be able to get you some tickets right now, I'm going to put this QR code up in the corner. All you have to do is scan that QR code and use the discount code Shop Talk as one word. Scan the code Shop Talk as one word, and you can be able to get a discount just because you hung out with us today. However, I want to give away a pair of tickets right now to someone that is hanging out with us. So I have the power to do that as the minister of music of the church. I want to give away a pair of tickets today. So if you are in the chat or if you're watching us live right now and you just say you want to go, all you have to do is just put in the chat that I want to go. That's all you got to do. Put in the chat, I want to go. And I will send you a pair of tickets on me. This is just a Thanksgiving blessing from me to you. So if that is you and you want to go and you need a pair of tickets, just simply put in the chat, I want to go. The event is on Sunday, December the 14th at 3 p.m. in the building. All right, I see you. I see you, Lady Jacqueline, who I saw at church on Sunday via stream, who started out singing a song.
Mm-hmm.
Had to have someone help her to sing. By the time she got through singing the song, listen, the Ikanashetere had come over her. And the person that was holding her was way over on the side. And Lady Jackie was jumping and shouting all over the stage and all kind of stuff. Lord, have mercy. Anyway, I see you saying that you want to go. All right, Lady Jackie, I will reach out to you and you will be able to make things happen. We will make things happen. I see Gay Harris, who already said that she got her ticket. That is great stuff. Pastor Kenny McDaniel in the building, who jumped in and said that he wants to go too. And I also see Rhonda Williams. Yeah, I see this. Okay, I see y'all. I tell you what, I'll see what I can work out. But Jackie, you are our initial winner, and we will see what else that we might be able to do. All right, y'all, let's get ready to keep things going. And in doing so, So, Lady Jackie, I will hit you up. More than likely, I don't think I have your number personally, but I will hit you up via Facebook Messenger. So look for my message today when this is all over to get your pair of tickets. All right, or you can just inbox me your email. That'll save us both some time. Just inbox me your email address, and I will send you a pair of tickets today. You got it. It is all to the good. Shout out to my guy, Pastor Richard Foster, in the building as well. What's going on, bro? Glad to have you hanging out with us now. Yolanda.
Yes.
Chikori. I have another question, and I'm gonna do my best not to hang my hat here too long. However, it is the holiday season. It's officially the holidays, and during the holiday season, a lot of things can go on. In particular, dating. The dating scene gets real interesting for those of you who are single. I've been out the game for a long time, but for those of you who are single, the dating game during this time of year can get really, really interesting. And so I want to just take a moment. And Yolanda, I think you have a particular story that you want to share about this, but
yeah,
here we are in the holiday season. There are people who are still single, and you know, for some people that is by design. They want to be single, and that's all good. If that's your testimony. However, the dating scene is different during the holidays. But Yolanda, what does that look like for you? What's going on with the dating scene for you?
It's different all the way around. We can just stay right here because I need a little amen section. It's different all the way around, actually. It's like a lot going on. So shout out to this guy named Tom Swoop. Y'all should watch him. He tells all these like unbelievable dating stories. The short version is, because we sometimes hang our head too long, it's just unbelievable, right? And so, you know, one thing that happened to me, you know, in the course of time, is I was told, so you know, because I'm a singer, people meet me and they want to produce me, and so they become producers and music execs, and you know, Jacory, they become all these things. And so someone told me, you know, I made this song for you, and you didn't even like my song. I didn't ask for the song. Let me help you. So I didn't ask for the song. They made the song on their own. And they said, I made a song for you. You didn't even like my song. You're just ungrateful. I was like, wow. They said, it's fine. I'm going to send my song. I sent my song to Nicki Minaj. And I was like, okay. So I think it's tricky because people present themselves to be one thing and then there's something else. I don't believe in the twin, right? So I am who I am because I can't keep up with both. Right? I play already too many other roles, but I don't know. It's tricky. It's you have to ask a lot of questions, and you don't really always know who you're getting. And it's like if you're married, stay married, work that thing out, because it's streaking out for you. I don't know that, but it's a lot. It's just a lot happening. It's a lot. Recently, maybe not so much recently, but again, you know, I'm a church girl. I'm a singer on these things, so people will automatically assume I'm their wife, or they'll be. I've been told, you know, I'm the best thing for them. They're the best thing for me. I've been told, oh, I know you're on the road, so I know how you are, or you know, I know how you are. So how do you plan to make room for me? And I'm like, we don't even know each other. Like, you don't know me, you don't know who I am or what I do and do not do. Like, why would you? I know how it can be. I know how those guys. I know how you are out there, and I'm like, geez, okay.
So he came at you from that particular standpoint. I want to produce you. I have a song for you.
I've been come from all different standpoints. I've been come from, you know, I don't really like big girls. First, let me just say this as a thick girl. We really don't like the term big girls. So I've been told, you know, you're pretty for a big girl. I don't really like big girls, but you know what I'm saying? I like you though, or you're pretty for a big girl. Or have you ever considered weight loss? Oh, I'm telling you something. I just am very nice.
Whoa.
I literally got in an Uber car yesterday and the guy said, why didn't you just walk? I said, well, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Whoa. What?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well,
you ever consider weight loss? You know, you would be prettier if you were smaller.
Yolanda, allow me to apologize on behalf of knucklehead men around the country that may not know how to conversate with a young lady. I apologize for knuckleheadism around the country. Yeah, I hope that season changes and that it changes really quick. Shout out to my first cousin Linnell Jonigan in the building. What's going on, bro? And then Pastor Foster says, "What?"
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. And David Jones chimed in and said, "It's nothing wrong with big girls or thick girls." Or I think Yolanda likes the term curvy. Is that
Yeah,
is that
curvy girls.
her?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and
with.
these are life stories, though. Actually, these are like light. These are the stories I can tell, in public. It's been everything. Anything you can think of, it has happened. It has. I will do this. You do great graphics, so you keep doing graphics for me, and I will keep you working. Not with your money though. Anything y'all can think of, it has happened. I just don't talk about it publicly.
Whoa, whoa. Now
Absolutely.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine some of the things that happened. Now, Jacory, now I know you're still a single young man as well. Uh, and I don't even know if you're dating or considering dating, but I know still people probably try to reach out, whether it's in the inbox or whatever. What does that look like for you nowadays, bro?
Uh, as I clear my throat, it's the same on both ends. But I think we're living in a day to where people live under the scope of Facebook and Instagram, and that's not real life always.
Yeah.
That's just the highlights of the life that God's given me. And I feel even just within the church, so many people are attracted to the gifts in which a person have. They are attracted to the gift and they take that gift and go straight to sex
Mm,
instead of really getting to know that sometimes the people that house these gifts are very basic.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm really, I mean,
In both ways.
you would look at me and say, "Oh, he like to wear a lot of bling bling. I like a lot of costumes. I like a lot of drag. But that's not me. That's just a part of the gift that helps me to shine." But I think it's just
Yeah.
we in a time now to where you got to sit down and have conversation with people, because even in having conversation, people are going to give you the Facebook, Instagram them. It takes so much to get to the real them to where by the time you get there, it'd be like you can take this. This apple is spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I hear you. I am with you. Well, I mean, this day and time that we live in is very strange. Not even just on the dating game, not just on the dating scene. Things are changing in the right age, in the CVSs, in just to be able to get your meds. Things are changing in this world. What do I mean? Let me read this story to you, and I want you all to tell me what you think about this. This 91-year-old woman, just a couple of days ago, she's standing in a hospital gown. Her hands are in chains. This is a true story, y'all. Arrested for felony theft. The judge could hardly believe it. Helen and her husband, George, who is 88, have been married for 65 years. He has a severe heart failure and needs medicine every day just to stay alive. They live on a fixed income,
Mm.
barely scraping by. And last month, their supplemental insurance, it lapsed. And after that, they just couldn't afford their payment. When Helen went to pick up the prescription for her husband just a few days ago, normally it's $50. $50, for most people, that's obtainable. But now it's skyrocketed from $50 to $940. She had to leave the store empty-handed. For 3 days, she sat and watched her husband struggle because he could not take his meds. She was desperate, as many wives would be in this particular predicament. That same pharmacy had the pharmacist get the medicine. She had the person turn their back. She put the meds in her purse and tried to make a getaway at 91 years old. Of course, she wasn't able to get out of the store. They called the police. She was arrested. And while when she got arrested, her blood pressure shot up so high, probably because she was nervous, that she had to be hospitalized. After 3 days of being in the hospital, they booked her, took her to the courthouse, still in her hospital gown. Lord have mercy. The judge did dismiss the case. However, here we are with a 91-year-old woman trying to get meds for her husband, who's 88 years old. They've been married for 65 years. She gets arrested with felony charges. Felony charges, had to see a judge. This is the type of world that we live in now. I'll definitely want to get you all started on this, but before you give it to me, let me let you know that we have, just in the nick of time, we got another knock at the door. They're also in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's bring him up. He comes in at an interesting time. Without further ado, my bro, Emetrius Hunter in the building. Emetrius, man, welcome to the show. You come in at a time where we're talking about
mighty God
that are happening in America, man. How's everything going?
Jesus. Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord. I was listening, sitting in the back listening to that story as D-Ho was, went ahead and read that great story to us with that great commentary. And I was just a little confused on how this 91-year-old lady, how these prescription prices is jumping up and skyrocketing. Not only prescriptions, but premiums. Premiums are being jumped up. I've told somebody not too long ago, I've had a sitting in a meeting to where I've had to cancel a lot of surgeries because Medicare, a lot of the Medicare plans have been canceled and patients have to switch over to these new Medicare companies that made it through the Trump, table talk, I guess you can call it. Yeah, but this is just the beginning and light story of things that are going to come for our seniors during this time and as we're moving into this new year. Yeah. So definitely, if you got some grandparents out there, that are on Medicare, receiving any Medicare benefits at all, definitely. If those of you, if you know anything about insurance or medical, now would be a good time for you to be that great grandson, granddaughter friend and sit down and kind of walk them through this. I've had to even help my mother. My mother's very smart and very savvy. But I've had to sit down and explain to her and go through some things and help her to make some right choices that would have cost her almost an increase of about $400 more a month. Yeah. So I actually ended up saving her about $200 to $300 by going in and helping her, walking her through how insurance and the guidelines and stuff like that. And working in healthcare, it's a bonus because I work with surgery. So surgery, of course, is something that you as a senior should always want to look into that benefit because you're more prone to these different things. For every little trip or fall can become a fracture instantly once you reach past the age of 55. So yeah, definitely this is where we're at in healthcare industry. But good morning and praise the Lord, everybody. It sure is glad to be here in the Shop Talk. Hallelujah. This is a great place to be. This is a great place to be. And I'm thankful. If it's the week of Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. What, Yolanda? She looking at me.
I'm waiting for the explosion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this, man. I don't talk much about where I come from or what I've had to go through in life, man. But I can tell you for a fact, my father, who passed in 2009, went through something very similar, where he was on, he had some issues with his heart and was on blood thinners. And the pricing of the blood thinner medicine got too high. And he didn't tell me, and he didn't tell none of us. And he stopped. He wasn't able to purchase his meds, and within just a few days or maybe a couple of weeks after him not being able to take his meds, he ended up having a stroke that he never recovered from. And it all could have been prevented had he just, said, "Hey, I can't afford this," or "Can you help me?" His same thing. His medicine went from one price to something way unobtainable, and he was unable to keep up with it. And he actually ended up succumbing to the fact that he wasn't able to get his meds, man. And it's something I don't talk about often. Matter of fact, this might be my first time ever talking about it. But yeah, so I can. My heart goes out to this couple that who is going through similar things, and so I hope somehow or another we in America can make some sort of adjustment to make medicine or medication or things that our seniors need be more obtainable and more something that they can afford during this time. So yeah.
And also with that, I think that's good conversation, seeing that it's Thanksgiving, because a lot of us live this life not knowing what illnesses run in our bloodline. And I say that because I didn't know for years that my grandmother was that high blood pressure ran in our family. And when it came to visit me, it was just like, oh, it just came, you know. But the thing is, we don't talk about. There's so many family secrets that aren't secrets that need to be discussed while we eating turkey and ham.
Yeah.
So ask your auntie, your nephew, ask them how they're doing, what they're dealing with in life. Because the thing is, as you talk about it, you gain knowledge and power. Because at
Absolutely.
the end of the day, if you know, hey, high blood pressure runs in the family, maybe you only need one slice of ham instead of three. Hi, yada ba ho shay.
Hey, come on. I still got my honey baked and my Lisinoprol. Okay. God bless you.
That is a good point. I want to mention what Sonny Vaughn mentioned, and Ja'Cory, you're exactly right. I actually want to piggyback on that in just a second. I want to mention what Sonny Vaughn puts in the chat, who also works in the medical field. She says the seniors are not the only ones being affected by these Medicare changes. She says let's continue to pray for those individuals who have qualifying disabilities that are under the age of 65. I get it. I understand it. Ja'Cory, you hit the nail on the head, man. Now, I am one of the blessed ones. I don't even want to say lucky, but I'm one of the blessed ones in my family, particularly on my mother's side, as my mother's side are all notorious for high blood pressure and diabetes and some sort of heart disease of some sort. I personally don't have any of those things. And it's only because of the goodness of the Lord. You know, my Allegra has diabetes, and she's been keeping that under wraps but working to make things work better. Her A1C is coming down, so thank God for her putting in that effort. But even her family, you know, they're notorious for having diabetes and all these different things. These are conversations that we need to have with our loved ones. You know, again, Thanksgiving is around the corner, Christmas and New Year's. You know, y'all gonna be eating chitlins and black eyed peas and all these things coming up. God bless y'all. Anyway, I do eat black eyed peas, but not chitlins. Anyway, I was, you know,
chitlins. Oof.
No, we need to, but we do need to have that conversation about things that are in our family that we need to be aware of, because you know we don't really like to go to the doctor, but some of these things can still be prevented with going to the doctor, knowing your family history, and just getting a regular checkup. You know, even I didn't
right.
I didn't do it.
I really think we should.
It's the sugar.
It's a sugar. I think we should
turn your plate down.
Oh, yeah. I think we should start having uncomfortable conversations.
You gotta one piece of pie, not the whole pie, just one slice.
And we need to have uncomfortable conversations. We wait too long to tell people we love them. Tomorrow, I know people say, "Don't send me the text." You know what? Send me the text.
Yeah.
Hey, you know why I say that? Because there'll be a day that I won't be able to get your text.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody sends like, "Don't send me." No. When you don't have the things you used to have, you can appreciate those things. So I know people don't want their phones bogged down, but that's one part. The other part is we got to have uncomfortable conversations. You got to have the conversation that you lost the baby. And what happened when you lost the baby? Let me say that because my auntie lost children.
Mm-hmm.
And she lost quite a lot of them. And she ended up in a mental institution for a small period.
Wow.
So what does that mean for our family? What does that mean for her mental health? What does that mean for if we don't have the conversations? You don't know how to combat that. And even with the food, like I get it, but some stuff you just instead of doing the neck bones, the pork, I'm not saying this right. Instead of doing the pork, do the neck bones. Instead of doing
no, it's right. It's actually right.
Okay, so
it's actually right. Here's the thing about it, and one thing I've studied, even going through chemo, working in healthcare. I don't just work in healthcare and not learn, because it's changing every day. So I want to keep up with what's going on, whether they hand it to me or not. But one thing that I learned in my study is this: when you read the Bible, and the Bible speaks of the things that we should abstain from eating, and then think of those things that we do eat that are in that bunch. And then go back and look at, what causes high blood pressure, what causes high cholesterol, what causes you to have a heart attack, what causes you to drive you to stroke. All these things that create effects that can affect your body long term are embedded in those things that we eat that the Bible has told us not to eat. The pork, the swine, all that stuff. Beef and chicken is not a medical is they actually recommend that for protein. It's and even like certain seafoods, but those things that they talk about in the Bible, when you sit and really break down that, we'll break down everything else in the Bible, but we won't stop and break down what actually is good for the body biblically.
Yep.
We'll talk about what's good spiritually for the body, but what about what's good naturally for the body? That includes eating. Now, I love me some ham, but what I have learned is I eat ham during the holiday. 'Cause I love me ham around turkey and Christmas. I love it, but I cut the bacon out. I would eat turkey bacon, or I just won't eat bacon at all. I've cut out a lot of things. I don't even with the greens. When Shakori's mother told me to green, I told her I don't want to use no pork and stuff. She gave me another way to do it. Like it's it because you have to understand. Really look and study, and you will see exactly what I'm saying. The Bible tells us how to take care of ourselves, even through our process of eating. And we bypass all that. No one talks about it in church. The preachers don't preach about it because all of them is eating it.
Yeah.
Yep. Gluttony is a sin. And me also say that I grew up with a country mama, right? Y'all know that, right? So my mama grew up, they fed their own animals, and that's mean they knew what was going into it in today's day. We don't. We have no clue. So to add on to what he said, the other part is we don't really know what's going into the food. That's why are kids so big? Because there's all this stuff in the foods that wasn't there before. So you gotta be cautious tomorrow. Like I'm not saying don't have fun, don't eat. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying do a small plate.
Yeah.
And then go back and get a little bit, and let me say this also. The turkey does not last for 8 days. All right. So be sure that you know how long the turkey lasts. You can only do so much with the turkey.
That's real. And another thing I would have mentioned, this is off topic, but on topic as we are talking about this. Many people are going to be traveling over the next few days. And first of all, shout out to Bishop Melvin Scott, who just mentioned that he was thanking us for our prayers. And he says that he is out of the hospital after being in there for 12 days, man. Thankful that has happened for you, man. Appreciate you tuning in today as well. Now, I want to mention something. Many people are going to be traveling over the next couple of days. And I'm going to make this as quickly as I can. Many people will be traveling by airplane. And, many of us like to eat while we're on the plane and those are type of things, especially if you're in first class or, business class or, let me just mention this to you. 3 things really quick that you should never eat or drink on the plane. 3 things you should never eat or drink on the plane. First thing, tap water, including coffee or tea. Tap water, including coffee or tea. The reason being is that the water tanks on the planes are notoriously grimy. A 2004 sample of 158 planes found that 13% contain coil form, and 2 had dangerous levels of E. coli.
Boy, yes.
So those things are very rarely cleaned. And the same water that they use for your coffee and tea is going through those little coils and that type of stuff that is very rarely clean. So if you want to bring water or coffee, bring it on the plane with you rather than doing it there. Yes, sir.
Now, I know Delta uses bottled water for their coffees and teas. I do know that for sure. Now, I don't know what Frontier and Spirit uses. I don't fly those. Not knocking anyone that does. Hats off to you. That probably explains the chaos at a lot of their flights. The tap water.
With you. Second thing is to make sure that you're not eating gas-inducing foods such as broccolis and certain other things that are on there. Those type of things can really mess up your stomach. So the things that they mentioned includes onions, kale, beans, red meat, lentils, gluten, and broccoli. All right. These particular foods can mess up your stomach while in the air. And then last but not least, this has nothing to do with me, but Bloody Marys, another thing that you should not just necessarily have while on the plane because it is full of sodium. And when the sodium throws your body and the kidneys out of whack. So these are some things that you should not consume in the air. Now, when you're not in the air, y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm just trying to help you all in terms of being able to have a safe and healthy flight over the next few days. All right, y'all. I'm looking up at the clock. We are for real, out of time. But on behalf of Ja'Cory Prothro, Yolanda Morant, and Emetrius Hunter, my name is Demetrius Tollfree. I want to first of all say thank you all for hanging out with us. We hope that you have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And we pray that all things work well for you.
Mighty God.
Next time, same Shop Talk time, same Shop Talk network. To the next time, you know how we do it. You can help me say it.
Allah. Jesus.
Yep. You took the words out of my